Hello, it's me, Martina, your host from Chronically Glitched. I just thought I'd do you a little bonus episode, seeing as February is here and it's the month of Valentine's Day, and I thought I could cover things about how love feels like with a disability. But first, before I get into the episode, when I released last week's episode, I noticed after I re listened to it that I had slipped up a bit with saying about how my episodes are going to be going forward from this time. I said I was going to do them every 2 weeks, and then I also said weekly. And this is what's called a fluff, a mess up, a bit of a brain fog moment, and plus I'm not very good at dates and times and stuff anyway. I've never have been actually. I did things like when we were booking our wedding, the only date that the evening venue said they couldn't do is the date that I gave my husband to book the registry office. And I also got the time wrong of my son's christening. Oh, here we go. It's clock going. They're going to chime 11. You might be able to hear that. So I got the time wrong of my son's christening, and so it's just something I do. So let me lay it clear how I'm going to do my episodes. I'm going to drop an episode on every second Sunday. Then the episode is going to be just me on one of them, and then 2 weeks later it'll be Mum and me, and then just me for the next one, and Mum and me, but every second Sunday. This one is dropping in between that, so this is going to be a bonus episode. So if ever I think, oh, I've not covered such and such, or something just crops up that I want to cover, I can just slip in with a little bonus episode. That's exactly what's happening today. Right, let's go into it. When it comes around to Valentine's Day and people are going out for meals, spending times with their partners, doing lovely things, when you've got a disability, I suppose there's loads of different disabilities that this will affect, so I can only speak from what it's like for chronic fatigue. You feel less so because you're not able to go out for a meal. You're not able to, well, put it this way, every evening my husband spends on his own downstairs because if I'm not a day when I'm totally bedbound, I do always try and make myself get up, even if it means I'm just still in my pajamas and I can't get dressed and things like that. I try to always get up, get downstairs, and spend the day downstairs. By tea time, after I've eaten, sometimes even before I've eaten, that's it, I'm done. Every night. That's as much energy as I've got for that day. And in that day, I'm not doing things. I can be just sat on the settee all day, watching a bit of telly or listening to an audio or things like that. I'm not doing normal things that people would do if they were in the house. So I wouldn't be going and washing the pots or preparing a meal or all those things. And even going to the toilet. The toilet's back upstairs. So I put that off and off and off and off for as long as possible in the hopes that I'm not expending that energy, because every bit of energy I'm spending during that day means I'm going to back up to bed earlier and earlier and earlier. So the longer I can do nothing, the longer I can stay up. But even if I did nothing all day, I'd eat my tea and then that's it, I'm done. I have to go straight up to bed. My body is killing me. I'm in so much pain. I'm so uncomfortable. I'm so exhausted. I often can't concentrate on anything anybody's saying to me anymore and find that really difficult. But not only that, during the day when my husband's sat with me, he knows to have a lot of quiet time because I find it difficult to concentrate on a conversation. Just concentrating on what he's saying to me and engaging wears me out. as my mum said before, and my son, I often have to say, they'll often look at me and I'll have my eyes shut, just filter out everything sensory, just so I can concentrate on what they're saying. But then I'm also falling to sleep because it just wears me out. So what I'm supposedly getting round to is the fact that a Valentine's Day for us is probably going to be something like ordering from Ocado a one of those meal deal things they do for Valentine's Day or something like that. Having that in, I'm not even having it on the day, just have it around that day because anything can happen at any given moment. If we planned to do something on that day, it might fall through. So we take it when we can get it, basically. And often when you see all these things and about people on Valentine's Day doing things, and it does upset me. I do wish I could I used to love going out for a meal, so I wish that we could do things like that. And even if I thought I feel like I could possibly go, we can't pre-book anything because we change our minds at last minute, and especially if I know something's pre-booked, by the time it comes around to doing it, I've worked it up in my mind so much I end up crashing anyway. So it has to be spare at the moment. Things like nights out, all types of stuff, being in a partnership is hard. And how do you keep the love going and the romance? We can't. We just have to take what we can get when we get it and just enjoy a lot of companionship, because that is the only way without wearing me out. We spend a lot of time together in the day, and like I said before, he knows to be quiet, not talk to me too much. We do talk, but he's very patient, luckily. So it's not that we've lost love or the romance has totally gone. It's just reframed in a different way. He's stuck by me, even though, because Gary's older than me, so we have a joke that he married this young wife. She was going to be all his dreams come true. And then I ended up being so poorly that he had to give up work to become my full-time carer. It's sad. It's really sad. It changes the relationship. But luckily, he's a very caring person who excels at looking after somebody. So we've reframed how we see love and romance. And I'm not a romantic person anyway. Not at all. I don't like romantic gestures, so luckily he doesn't have to bother trying to do anything like that. And that's how we sort of get through it. Reframing it and thinking, he's stuck by me. So that's how our relationship looks now, just different. The poor bugger sleeps on the settee every night because, well, he started doing that when our dog, who just died before Christmas, Ollie the Dalmatian, when he got to an age where he couldn't manage the stairs anymore because Ollie used to sleep with me, and Gary would be like Gary in bed, me, and then Ollie under my legs. And when Ollie couldn't manage the stairs anymore, Gary started sleeping downstairs with him. And now it's got to a point where my sleep routine is so terrible that he couldn't get in bed with me because he wouldn't be able to sleep. I have to take 2 different tablets that settle my nervous system and calm my body, starting from 6 o'clock, and then one at like 10:30. I've got a sleeping tablet to take, and I take beta blockers, and all that to try and help me drop off to sleep because my body is on alert. It feels like that's one of the problems with chronic fatigue syndrome. The irony is you can't sleep at night. It's like you're wired and you're raring to think of something and do something, but you can't. you're so exhausted, but you just can't fall to sleep. Or you fall asleep and you're constantly waking up. It's disturbed sleep, and you don't feel better for sleeping anyway. So disturbed sleep overnight makes you even worse. So I'm constantly waking up. So I better sleep in with noise. I can't bear silence. So a lot of time I have either an audio book, a relaxing one on, um, or I have some classical music playing lightly, or the frequency stuff that uh, I did a playlist for, which is still in my list if you search for me on Spotify. Um, all different things, podcasts. Sometimes I just put something on to try and concentrate my mind on that, so that I can be lulled into eventually falling to sleep. I can't bear earphones in at night, so I have to have a speaker, which I have at the back of the bed, so that the sound sounds really nice and not tinny or anything, because that would make me feel ill. So unfortunately, Gary cannot go to sleep in bed with me when I've got all that going on. So the poor bugger has to sleep downstairs. But he does it. So this is all the ways he shows me care and love, I suppose. That was my mini episode on romance, romantic, for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's not a traditional view of Valentine's Day and romance, but it's a view on love, companionship, and mutual caring and understanding. And what more can you ask for, really? I'm going to do a lovely little playlist of nice little love songs on Spotify for February. So please listen to it. I'll link it into the description of this if you're looking on Spotify. If you're not, if you're listening elsewhere, just go on Spotify and search for Chronically Glitched. You'll see my podcasts. If you click into an episode, you'll see that month's playlist. And I'll also have links to other playlists I've done from other months and other things. So, and don't forget, there's the Survivors audio dramas, seasons 1 to 3. I've linked there. If you fancy listening to something that's top notch acting, production, you can really get immersed in it. It's fantastic. And if you can't watch the telly like I can't a lot of the time, you don't have to miss out on something that's got heart, action, emotion, fantastic acting, everything. So please give that a listen to. It's so helpful to have something really good when you can't watch television. I'll cover at a certain time how I feel about Big Finish Productions, and like I've always said, I'm a massive Whovian, and my son introduced me to the Doctor Who collection they did, and still doing, and I loved Paul McGann's Doctor. So I really want to cover that at a point because of how much it meant to me. Because the times when I started listening to it, I was in a really, really dark place. I was so poorly. I was totally bedbound. I couldn't get out of bed. I had to crawl to the toilet, and I had months and months of feeling that way. I was severely depressed, and I didn't know what to do because I couldn't watch anything. I had to just lay in the dark, and it really got me out of feeling so lonely and worthless and useless and all those things and helpless. It become a thing that I latched onto, that I thought, oh God, I feel so poorly. I can't even watch anything or do anything. But I can escape into another world. So it was really, really important to me. It helped me in my recovery. That the times when I started getting so low and feeling so poorly, I thought, right, well, this is an opportunity to listen to this and enjoy it. And I did. And so by changing my mind frame on those times, my body wasn't as tense and bracing. it relaxed a bit. But I'm going too much into it for what I wanted to cover today. But like I say, I'll go through that at another time. It's really important to find things that make you feel good. So that was my bonus episode. It's only short and sweet, but it's February. It's Valentine's Day, and I had to do something to mention it. See you next time, guys. Bye.